Tiramos el sal que está pendiente de la cita. Está molvada y quien la ve tan bonita. Estoy pa' ti siempre, beba. Bebamos la noche entera. Baby, nos jugamos tú y en la noche. Que eres independiente y se te ve. Yo lo sé que tienes interés. Baby, llámame. Baby, nos jugamos. Un mensaje mío. Ya mismo te pones bien elegante, yeah. Porque yo sí he creído, pero lo que hago contigo en la noche es arte, yeah. Quieres la llama cuando tienes frío. Al menos, chica, eres muy sensata. Te vas cuando tus padres están dormidos. Y lista pa' perrear, bebé, a los saca. Baby, nos jugamos tú y en la noche. Que eres independiente y se te ve. Yo lo sé. Comienza la acción. Ella es fanática de la atención. Canta a pulmón justo esa canción que le cambió toda la dirección. Ya que ese no quiere más, no quiere llanto, no quiere nada. Quiere gozarla, quiere escapar de lo que era su realidad. Ya no está puesta para el drama, lo que quiere es gozar, no pecar.
Hello. How's everyone doing today? It is, Wednesday? Wednesday, October 19, 2022. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Time, all the way from the Bronx. My name is Wanda, and I am the host of Salty Coffee Podcast. Salty Coffee Podcast was created to inspire, to inform, and definitely to empower and entertain. Most of our topics include parenting, relationship, finances, education, workforce, and many, many more. I'm 52 years old, born in Brooklyn, raised in Washington Heights, and now I live in the Bronx. Go BX, go Boogie Down Bronx. Oh, well, my Bluetooth got disconnected. Anyway, we are live now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And how's everyone doing today? If you're new, please make sure you subscribe to YouTube, follow us, or subscribe to our website. It's free. We have a lot of good information. Well, let me give you a little something.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally.
So I want to thank all of you who have been following the Salty Coffee Podcast. Thank you. Please make sure that you share, subscribe, and follow. That's the best way to support everyone, all of us who are giving content to you where we can share our experiences, our lives, our journeys, and definitely our Bamblish. That's what we're going to see tonight. You're going to meet the CEO and founder of the company Bamblish. Everything you need to know about periods. On October 4th, we met with Miss Shelby with her, the Queen of Southern Soul, on October 4th. And she brought us her new single, Put It On Me. So please make sure you go back and watch that. October 8th, we interviewed the A&N Group, the Alliance Network News team, with the hosts Elevated Bliss, Trip Duce, and Junkie Dave, and of course, Meatballs. Yeah, you heard me, Meatballs. This team is a diverse team of music, entertainers, um, web designers, beat producers, and they give the news every morning on the Stereo app. So on the October 15th, I did the 5K run, walk, roll. I walked my way there, but it was with the Bronx District Attorney's Office here in the Bronx, and that was at 9 a.m. But I did do a talk on several other apps about domestic violence, and I will continue the series about dating and abuse technology, dating abuse, help a friend, and just give people, let's talk about it. Let's talk about domestic violence and what does that mean and defining it and what can we do to make it better and remove it completely. So tonight we have Robin, the most beautiful woman I've seen with the most, like this product. I purchased it. I met her through other friends, through networking, through Stereo app, and she is amazing. She has this product that I've seen somewhere else, but I was not convinced. And her and I spoke, and I told her I really want to share your product with the Salty Coffee podcast.
Yes, I heard it all the same. But go ahead, amuse me. I need it now. I need it now. All them pretty words, always lame. You're trying to entice me. Not going down. Not going down. And you trying to make a case. Don't wait. 'Cause you about to be erased, aced, aced. I got too much love for me. Got too much love for me. Got too much love for me. Got too much love for me.
And here we are. Give me 1 second because, I have to do everything. And here's our lovely Miss Robin. Can you hear me, Robin?
I can hear you
Perfect.
loud and clear.
How are you, Robin? How was your week, your weekend, your beautiful time off, away?
Oh, everything's been great. Everything just amazing. Just amazing. I'm so happy to be here with you tonight.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you say yes to Salty Coffee. I try my best to give information where information is not readily available, but I really think your product and you as a person um, have amazing things to tell the world, and I'm just like, man. Why doesn't anybody know about Bamblish and what can we do to spread the word to make sure that women and girls and anyone, I mean, even men and their husbands and their fathers, fathers who are single parenting or, who may need more information about just periods, it's something that
Exactly.
we go through and my goodness. But give us a little bit summary of who you are, where you're from, whatever you care to share, just so that we can get a little journey of how you ended up with Bamblish.
So my name is Robin Charles. I started Bamblish in the middle of pandemic. When the pandemonium broke out, I was already in the works of starting it. However, the pandemic was the catalyst for me actually launching. So it was actually a blessing in disguise, even though it was such a horrible thing. I'm originally from Antigua, so big ups to all my Caribbean, people that are watching right now. And I live in New York. And the reason I started this business was because I had an issue with leaks. I had an issue with pads. I had an issue with just anything that had to do with periods. period products. So I actually found a link to a woman that was selling period underwear. She was selling them on Amazon. And when I put them on, like I fell in love with them. Then I started sending tens and 20s and 30s of people over to her link without getting a commission. So I was like, like, wow, I'm really like, these people are going over and buying from her. So, like, this is something I'm really passionate about, these period underwears. But I think I can improve the product and I think that I can do it better. So I started Bamblish. I started it under a different name at the time, but that name actually ended up being taken. That's a whole nother story. But Bamblish, the name Bamblish, I started selling under that name in June 2020. So yeah, we're here now. Now I can't hear you now. I lost you.
I turned off I muted the mic just for that, just in case the dog barked or something. But just in case people were wondering, because you look like you're 18, 19, like, okay, she's
Nah, I
like,
have an 18-year-old daughter though.
I know. This is what I want you to tell us. Like, you're a
Yeah,
mom, you're a wife, you're a
yeah.
woman, and you
Um,
also work, right, full time somewhere
I
else.
do work full time now. I'm a mom of two children, two beautiful daughters, 8 and 18,
Wow.
and I'm 37. So I started a business at a later age. It's possible for us, you
No,
know. It's
that's
never too late.
absolutely never too late. And you started it just in time where, the world was in chaos and we probably couldn't find pads or
Exactly.
or
That's exactly how I started it. I started researching at the end of 2019 with this idea, started the Instagram in January, and in my mind I was like, "Oh, around my birthday, that's when I'm going to launch," which is September. Mind you, this is January. But in March, after, we got hit with the, pandemic,
right.
somebody reached out to me and she said, "I cannot find pads, I cannot find tampons in my stores." She's like, "Are you selling these? I will buy these from you right now." At the time, I was not ready to sell. I had two styles to my name, a
Okay.
few in the inventory. And I felt so bad that I wasn't ready, you know? So because of her, I launched.
Okay.
And I'm so grateful to her because I call her my like angel.
Yeah.
Because of her like pushing me, I was able to launch even though I wasn't ready, and, you know, learned as I went.
So how did you come up with the name Bamblish? Because you had mentioned it was another name. But tell us what does that mean, and if it has a meaning, or you just
So
Bamblish. Because I want to be Bamblish.
so because I ran into, picking a name that someone else had,
Okay.
I wanted to create a name that doesn't exist.
Got it.
So the one thing when I was selling under the other name, the one thing people would always say to me was, "These underwears are dope." It was like, I don't know, they didn't talk to each other. It was just the word that just kept coming up, dope.
Dope.
And I'm like, man, I need to find a word like dope, like that just means cool, that means wonderful, like,
Right.
that kind of feeling. So I looked up a lot of words and, researched a lot of like different languages. You know how you do when you're trying to find
Oh, I know.
you're trying to find a name for your business. You're like asking everybody, like, give me some words, you're writing down everything, you're crossing out. And I came across this word, BAM, this one here,
Okay.
BAMB, this part of the word, BAM. And BAM it used to be a slang word back in the old days, like in the 70s and I believe the 60s. They used to say BAM, and that means cool or like dope, you know?
Okay.
So the word and I love the name Bambi. I don't know why.
Okay.
You know, I just love Bambi. So naturally I gravitated towards the word Bam.
Okay.
And after that I started putting words together, and then Lish just sounds delicious. It sounds cute. So I put those two together and Bamblish was born. And
Look
it's
at
just such a
you.
cute word. And people are always like, what's that?
And if you go into the dictionary, will it have your underwear on there? Because you made it up. You made it up, right?
We need to call up Webster.
Yes. Yes. And
Yes.
and Oxford. We need to call Oxford first because you know them.
They're the best. They're the best.
So tell us a little bit more about the product, like how difficult after you created the original one and the two, did you make any changes after that? Like, did you have to tweak some things?
From the first one that I bought, meaning the one from the other company, I realized even though it was really, really good and I loved it, there was some things that I wanted to change. I wanted to change the comfortability of it. I wanted to make it feel even more like underwear. So you didn't even feel the difference of if you were wearing those or if you were wearing your regular underwears that you just put on.
Right.
And I tweaked like the materials that they were made out of and the gusset, which is
Right.
that part that comes into contact with your personal area. Yeah, the gusset. I wanted to make sure that that part especially was very safe. That is the part that's touching the most intimate parts of us. So we got to make sure that that one's right.
So I purchased them, and I have to tell you, I was scared in the beginning because when you're, um, when you're born and raised knowing one thing, I'm 52. I started my period at 10,
Wow.
and we've evolved from like one piece of tissue block back in the 80s to
Yeah.
the wings, or very harsh synthetics,
Oof.
items that really create. And we're going to get into that
Yeah.
in a minute about your thought process throughout all of this.
Yeah.
So you made those changes, and what did you find out while you were doing this or thinking of doing this? What did you find out about periods in general?
Yeah.
Um, Go ahead.
So this has been an amazing journey because when I first started this brand, it was all about leaks. I don't want to leak in public like I did at the end of 2019, which is what caused me to even
Right.
end up with the underwears in the first place. I don't want to have a public leak. That to me is the most important, like the most like embarrassing thing, especially being an adult. And I remember when I had my public leaks, I kept saying like, why should I be having leaks as an adult? I'm not a teenager. Like this
Exactly.
should not be.
Exactly.
So
No, I
that's what. Mhm.
like I said, 80s the blocks. There was a lot of leaks with no wings. I'm telling you, it was bad. But go ahead.
It, it's like it's that leak. It actually can cause anxiety in some of us. So it started out with just preventing leaks, and then it has evolved into something more. The more that I dive deeper and deeper into the period just realm, I'm going to call it a realm because it's a whole universe.
Right.
The more that I'm finding out, one, we don't even really know what's going on with our bodies month to month.
Absolutely.
Like we've had our periods, like you said, 10. I got mine at 14. We know we got it, and we know that we have it every month, aside from being pregnant or some stress is going on in our lives. But how the process of periods actually happen, what's going on with your body, things like that,
Hmm.
we have no idea, really.
No, we don't. When I had the conversation with you, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I remember I was so embarrassed because I was taught that if you use tampons, you were a woman. Like, only that's how I was raised. Like, young girls don't use tampons. So,
Yeah.
I'm here with two
Yeah.
daughters, and I take them to the doctor, and the doctor, I'm like, no, they can't wear tampons. And doctor's like, no, they can.
Yeah.
Like, wait, they're still virgins. They're like, no.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I felt embarrassed as a parent,
Yeah.
and again, there was really no social media like it is now.
Right.
I think like now there's really no excuse for people not
No.
to be able to Google or search, these things and
Yeah.
what. But the important thing that I was thinking was you had mentioned that tampons can be, not a good thing for women.
Oh my
Give us
goodness.
a little bit more about that.
Yeah. I love that you were so vulnerable. You said like I didn't know. But it's just what you were taught. And that's like the taboos around period. What we've been taught for generations. Our great grandmothers taught our great grandmas. The great grandma. It got passed down all the way till it reached us. And then we are the ones to break the cycle of the taboo of periods.
Right.
Why didn't moms talk to their kids about periods back in the day? Why did they just give them a pad and be like, put this on every month and go about your business? Because they didn't want to talk about it. Periods mean there's a new era of your life. You can have babies, which means you're having sex, which means no.
No sex. No
So
sex.
it's like the taboo, and also like just the whole, it being unclean. Actually, period blood is the most cleanest blood that can exit our body. Every other blood that leaves our body is from trauma. It's trauma. But period blood is not from trauma. It's just our natural cycles.
Cleansing.
It's
Yeah.
just cleansing our body the way that it was made to do. So, yeah, tampons. Let's get into it. You want to get into
I
tampons?
want to get into tampons.
Yeah, so tampons actually, they one are made up of plastics and chemicals just like pads. Only it's a little bit more, for me, tampons, they go inside, and the vagina, the vaginal canal, is very permeable. It means that anything that goes there, it can be absorbed into the body and absorbed into the bloodstream. So if the tampons are filled with plastics, and also they're filled with chemicals, long list of chemicals, these things are also being absorbed, into your body. And as well as the chemicals and the pads, we can see that tampons have a risk for toxic shock syndrome,
Wow.
which is very, very life threatening. Actually, you can see many stories if you Google it that many women have experienced TSS or toxic shock syndrome, and they almost lose their life. It's very dangerous, and it's all because of just tampons and the chemicals. It's about, just it being in there and stagnation and stuff like that. So it's a lot. Um, if if people are a tampon user, I always recommend try a cup. Go to the menstrual cup, because if you love tampons, you love, the ease of it, try the menstrual cup. It will change your life. So,
And I'm seeing them a lot on
oh
regular,
yeah.
stores now. But I definitely feel comfortable using these now. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
understand.
yeah. But I definitely am considering getting the cup once I
Yeah.
get used to the panties.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm still like in shock. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Robin was right. Like I didn't. Do I have my period? Like, what just happened?
She's like, what just happened?
What
What's
just
going
happened?
on?
What's going on? And you had mentioned the cup, and
Yeah,
you do have the cup as a product on your
absolutely.
website. Um, Tell us a little bit more about how to use the panty. Like,
So
how does this work?
the one you have in your hand is Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Sarah was my first style. I fell in love with her because of that lace on the top.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah,
I got a
love
big
her.
booty, people.
So basically, how you use the underwear is just like regular underwears. Step one, you grab your underwear. Step two, you put them on, pull them up. Step three, you period.
Period. Yeah.
And step four, cleaning, which comes, once you get the underwears, you see the little card which explains how to clean them. They're very easy. Um, right now, my underwears are used, they're cleaned by running them under the water. We suggest cool water, but if you don't care about your period underwears, you run whatever water you want under them.
How
Cool water.
would you?
Mhm.
I'm sorry. How would you consider the flow for this?
So
Um,
for that one, I would say medium to heavy. You could
okay.
definitely wear that on a day 1, day 2.
Okay.
If you want, if you're really, really heavy,
I am.
um, definitely maybe put even a liner on with it or a little pad on with it.
Right.
It
And I did.
will hold.
Okay.
It will hold.
I know. I was scared because I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I trust Robin. I don't know, but I'm gonna. These are. Which one is this one?
That one's Lula.
Lula. Okay.
I love Lula. She's bubblegum pink.
And
And
Lula
again,
is the
same thing
same.
with Lula.
Okay. Oh, do
Yes.
you have the heavy ones?
So the heavy ones would be definitely the one that you said were sexy, Hannah. And those that are on the screen,
Hmm.
those are Morgans. Those ones there, the blue ones that are on the screen, those are for light periods. They're made with 3 layers rather than 4.
Okay. I have these. I use those. I love the mesh.
Yeah.
I love this mesh like 100%. They're
Yeah.
very comfortable. Like you said, sleeping on them is like a miracle with
Yeah.
dreams of just being at a beach. Because literally, like I'm
Yeah.
like thinking you can't even find underwear this comfortable.
Yeah, and I really
Many
wanted them to
times.
be comfortable because underwear is a struggle sometimes. They be cutting you and
Yeah, and they're
so
expensive. The good ones are very expensive.
yeah,
So about
for sure.
my underwears are $40. So
I mean, you have to pay for quality sometimes, you
right,
know?
yeah, but sometimes they break too.
Yep.
Yeah, so I love these.
Yeah.
I don't
Those
have
are also Hannah, but they're just the leopard.
leopard, yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about the Morgans. Do you think the Morgans are used more for like events when people are like at a wedding or something, or just running, jogging?
So
How does that work?
actually, a lot of the customers that buy the Morgans, they just put it on as shorts with a t-shirt and lounge around their house. But
Oh,
they can be good around, under clothes, jeans, anything. They're just like boy shorts.
okay.
So they're very good for heavy flow.
I think these are
And
great for the summer, really.
oh, they're so comfortable. Like I love them.
Are you falling in love with your products?
Oh, I have like one of each style and I wear them even when I don't have my period. I have to. You have to. You have you have to love what you sell. You can't just for me, I know they say, "Oh, maybe you are not your own customer." I am my own customer, okay? Like I love what I sell and I have a passion for it and if I didn't love it, how could I talk to people about it? How could I express, what I feel about the movement of just being healthier, periods wise.
So give us a little bit more. So how long, how many washes or uses do you suggest and recommend for the panties?
So the underwears, I say 2 to 5 years. Already, some of my customers have had their underwear for 2 years. I check back in with them through email,
Okay,
and some of them are like, "No, we're good to go."
2 to 3 years.
Yeah,
Amazing.
2 to 5 years. Of course, you should change your underwears every naturally. We should
Right,
like
right.
change our underwears
Yeah, that's why I
pretty
bought. I think I
frequently.
have four.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
usually my days are 4 days.
Yeah, if you're
Um,
really good with your care and how you care for them and line drying, not putting them in the dryer, you know, if you're good with that kind of thing, then it will last you longer.
okay.
I always suggest, definitely just make sure they're washed well. Put them after you rinse them, throw them in the wash, you know,
Okay.
and that's it. Hang them up to dry and wait to use them again later, another time.
And we spoke about the cup.
That's one
So
of the
this is
cups.
something new for me.
Yeah.
But if I had to, like, if I had a granddaughter or something, and I had to explain the cup to her, how would I explain it? What would you say?
So the menstrual cup is made of medical grade silicone. So it's very healthy. It's almost impossible to be allergic to that medical grade silicone.
Okay.
Um, Basically, it's a cup that is so soft and so flexible. that it basically folds up to the size of a tampon and inserts, and then when it's inside of you, it pops open. You even hear like a little pop. And then it does its job. You can keep it in for 12 hours if you choose to. Me
Okay.
personally, I like to take mine out every because I like to measure. So I'm a measuring freak with my
Because you have experienced a lot of flow, right?
so in 12 hours you should not be able to fill up a cup. If you are filling a cup, that cup, as small as it is, if you're filling it more than at 12 hours, filling up that cup, you have to go to the doctor because that's no good. We should be maybe getting to the halfway point. We think we bleed a lot until you use a cup.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I actually, one of my friends, she's actually in the chat right now. She's texting me. Um, I'm gonna use your story, V, but
Is it this one?
basically, yes, Candidly V, that's her. So basically, I love V because she was the one who was saying that no, 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 the cup is not for me. I don't know about that. I don't know about
Me,
that.
I'm
And
saying that too.
I was like, V, trust me. Again, trust me. Let me tell you, when you use the cup, you will be like, what? And she is in love with it now. She has two. So I always tell people just try it. Yes,
And
there's
you,
a learning curve with the cup because
yes,
with everything, like we've only bled into pads our whole lives. So now there's this whole nother product that you have to learn how to use, you know? Um it's really, really, really amazing. I actually been using a Diva cup for over 15 years. Over 15
do
years.
you have young? Because you had mentioned that there's also a cup for
Yes.
younger
So
girls.
I'm looking to source that right now. It has to be special for younger girls because
Yeah.
these cups here, this one, the L cup right here, I recommend for, you know, women who are already, we're already out there, we're already, having sex and stuff. Some of us have kids. I recommend if you have children that you go for the large cup. If you
Okay.
are extra like a little tight down there, then go for the small cup. And if you're brand new to it, use the other cup, which is the I cup, which is even softer than this one. This one's a little bit more firmer than the other cup.
Okay.
For the teenagers, if they want to use it, I do recommend that they go with something that is mini. It's even smaller than the small cup because obviously they've never a lot of them have never even, been sexually active or anything like that. So everything is very closed up down there. So get the small cup and a very soft, soft cup. And we are looking to source that right now. We haven't found the good one that I'm pleased with. I have
Okay.
samples, but I literally my standard is like through the roof. Like I don't want to use anything that I wouldn't give to my children, that I wouldn't use myself, that I
Absolutely.
wouldn't have my friend recommend to my friend. Like everything that I put out, it's my name on it. So I want to make sure that it's good, you know?
Yeah. I see that you had mentioned. I see that you have small size and large, and you had mentioned that. But can you tell us a little bit more about how long that lasts? Because I'm looking at $6.95. So that's $6.90 for how long of a product?
10 years.
10 years.
10
So
years. When I had my first menstrual cup, not through my company. This
mhm,
was when I first realized that the other period products existed, which I was thanking the Lord because for from the time I was 14 to the time I was about 18 years old, I suffered every single month with rashes. I mean, from the front, from the pubic bone to the tailbone, rashing during my period because of those pads. So as soon as I turned 18, my mission was, oh, this is gonna stop today. And I found the Diva Cup, which a lot of people don't know. Diva Cup is almost, we're going on maybe 15 to 20 years Diva
yes.
Cup's been out. They
Mhm.
were like the trailblazers doing it from when people were like, ew. I used to tell people, I use a cup. I don't use pad. They would be like, do you have a pad? I just got my period. I'm like, girl, I haven't used a cup in 5 years. And they were like, what do you use?
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I find interesting, Robin, because you had said how long this lasts, the cup?
10 years,
10 years, but how long per when you have your period and you insert it? You said up to 12 hours, right?
12 hours,
12 hours. So you can go to work with it,
and
come
school.
back from work. So there's no ill. Like you know, it's not like you're gonna be stuck somewhere. Um
No.
so when you pull it out, is your hands full of blood? Is that why you think people think
So
like
why
that?
do people say ew? I think people said ew to me before when I was using it because at the time only pads and tampons were the mainstream thing.
Right.
Now people
Okay.
who said ew are actually very interested in the cup.
Because you're saving a lot of money, one, and two,
Saving,
you're
your
saving from
body is
scratching and
healthier.
itching. It's like,
Yeah, absolutely. Um I haven't bought a pad in 15 years. Like
wow.
over 15 years since I was young. Only because of like childbirth, obviously you cannot insert anything. You have to buy the big diapers. That's the only time I had to go out and actually buy something,
Let's
you
not
know?
go there right now. The diapers. But yes, after you have children, what is
Yeah,
it
and certain, things that happen
like
in your
3 weeks
life, you have to
with
buy
your
those things.
period?
Huh?
It's more like 3 weeks or 40 days, isn't
What?
it? With your period after you have a child.
Too long, too
Too
long.
long, right?
Okay.
Well,
But you cannot insert anything. So the period underwear has been really, really good for women who are in postpartum. I have a woman I want to call her my unofficial brand ambassador.
mhm,
She always advertises my stuff. She just had a baby. And she's like, I want to try these for postpartum. I was like, let me know how they go because I know they can hold, but can they hold? And she was like, girl, they hold. And she's like, I went to sleep, with it. I did everything. She's like, I felt so comfortable around my house with the baby. Don't want to worry about that stuff. Just take care of your baby at the time. So it's
right.
really good for postpartum as well.
So I know my concern was the pulling
Oh,
out,
the pulling out.
pulling out. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously. Um, how? Okay, give us like a little.
So when the cup is inside of you, there's a seal that happens. That's what keeps it leak free. If
Okay.
the seal did not happen, then you will get leaks. So you
Uh,
have to make sure that that little pop happens, that it opens up fully inside of there. When it's time for you to remove it, a lot of people think that that stem on it is something you just pull it, right? But think about a plunger, right? What happens? You're just going to be sucking. No, you have to break the seal. You have to break the seal by pinching the bottom of that cup first. You pinch the bottom,
to
you
get it
break the
coming
seal,
out.
and then it slides out very easily and it should not spill. Is there going to be spillage on your first time? More than likely because you don't know what you're doing. But again, just like V said in the comment, there is a learning curve and you're going to get back. I can do it now with nothing. No, not even 2 seconds. Take it out, put it back in, nothing. But for someone who's new, and also the directions that come with the cup, it's so funny because someone who bought from me, she goes, I felt like you were my cheerleader because I make sure that I write it out like, you can do it. Don't worry. Don't give up. I like cheer you on because I know like the first time that I used the cup too, I was like, no, I'm giving up. I don't want this. And then
Okay.
I just kept at it. Within maybe the third time, I got it and I was like, wow, like I can go to the beach and swim on my period. I don't even feel it coming out, the flow. I don't even know I'm on my period. I have to remind myself, you have a cup in, you're on your period because you feel nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how it should feel. You should feel nothing.
That's how
But
it
let's say
should
you buy
feel.
a large. Would you do you think that's like
So
a
I always recommend if you're new to a cup, start with a small no matter what.
okay?
No matter what, start with a small because that way you can experience it. Once you use that, you'll know I think the large is good. I have sometimes during my period because your cervix moves up and down during your cycle. Sometimes it's down and sometimes it's up. Sometimes I use a small, sometimes I use a large. It just depends on where I am in my cycle. And that's something about the cup. Once you have the cup, you're going to start to get to know yourself in a way you've never known yourself. You're going to know some things
I'm
about yourself.
scared. I'm scared. I'm scared to know.
I
No,
love
I
it.
definitely am going to try it. I mean, when I
Yeah.
first saw this, I was like, she
Yeah.
must have made a mistake. This has to be
No.
69.99. Like it
No.
can't be no
No
690.
mistake.
But
No mistake.
690 is awesome.
Yeah, the price is beautiful. Um it saves you money, 10 years, you know. Just learn
Absolutely.
how to do it and you're going to be good. You don't have to worry about it. I pack it in my bag. If my period comes, pop it in. No problem.
And you send them in this beautiful
The silk
bag,
bag.
silk bag, which I
Yeah, I
love.
always get compliments on the silk bag and the smell of opening the package. I'm like, I don't know.
So give us a little bit about the cramp oil.
So the cramp oil is made with various different essential oils, which basically are good for pain.
Okay.
So essential oil plus heat equals pain free.
Okay.
So
So this I never gotten cramps, by the way.
good. That's how it's supposed to be. If you get cramps, it's not supposed to be like that, actually. Believe it or not. We've been taught different. Like, oh, you're supposed to get no. No, a normal body has no cramps. I don't get cramps either.
Yeah, this is great. So how do you just apply this on your
Yeah.
belly? Okay.
Yeah, so this is a recipe that I had a chemist actually come up with, and I bought all of the essential oils, I mix them together,
Okay.
and I fill up the bottle and sell it. And basically it's a roller ball, so you just roll it either on your lower abdomen or your back,
Mhm.
depending on where you get your pain. And yeah, from there you can, reduce your pain a little bit. Some people it works, and again, everybody is different. So some people it works as a good cramp pain-free cup. I mean, sorry, pain-free essential oil. And
Mhm.
other people use it for their anxiety. So they'll put it
Mm,
here, and when they get a little like anxious, you smell it. Just the smell of the clary sage and
yes,
some of the
sir.
lavender just helps to redirect your mind from the anxiousness, as we all most of us are suffering with in this time that we live in.
This is awesome. Tell us how you balance your work, your social life, love, family, and Bamblish.
Oh Lord.
Give us some tips on
Lord,
how.
I don't know.
I mean, you're doing it
Actually,
though.
to be completely transparent, I'm starting to question whether there's a balance. Where is there balance? Can balance be achieved? Um, but it's something I'm working on still to this day.
Okay.
Being a wife, you have to take care of your husband. You have to make sure that his love languages are met.
Absolutely.
Your children have needs, so you have to make sure that their needs are being met. The business has its needs, like another baby. You had another baby. When you had a business, that's your baby. Your baby is birthed, and your baby's crying, and you need to take care of it. And all my social life and everything else that I have going on, it just sometimes one thing will have to sit down.
Right.
Like, you go over there for a second while I take care of this one. It's like when you have twins, you cannot feed them both at the same time. You feed the one that's crying, then you put them down, and you feed the other one. So that's what
But you're doing it.
I'm trying.
You're
I'm
doing it,
trying.
and I'm very proud to say that I know you. And this may be your first interview. I don't know, but I'm extremely excited to help you. Promote this product because I think it's important for all women of all ages, and I love it. I really do.
Aw.
And I really glad that it's coming from a woman from Antigua, right? A Caribbean um, woman, so this is amazing. And who actually, aside from the person that you mentioned earlier, where you were helping them to promote their product, who inspires you the most to continue to do this and work hard at it?
Honestly, like my inspiration comes from so many different places, but I think just being an entrepreneur has always been in my blood. Like, you know, when I was in grade school, I was selling to teachers whatever I could find, pencils, candy. I made earrings. I remember I sold to my science teacher. She bought them from me. They looked like little feathers. And from then, like, you start selling things and you see the people wearing your things and you get so, I don't know, it just brings up a different feeling. So I'm inspired every day by the customers that are reaching out to me. I mean, I don't think I run my business like anybody else. Like, I know a lot of people, they run their business and they're like, they want to feel like there's some like big corporation. No, I
Right.
let the people know when you text my phone, you are texting my business line, which is literally, it's connected to my phone,
Right.
meaning I want to talk to you. I want to understand you, you know? So my customers inspire me. My husband is amazing. Like, I know a lot of women don't have that support from their partners, unfortunately, not understanding their journey. But my husband, he helps me. He takes pictures of the underwear. He's also becoming more
Aware.
period aware because he has daughters.
Right. Absolutely.
He has
And he had his
daughters.
mother. He's like, no wonder she was always lost
Right.
for a good 10 minutes.
Thank God his mom was always very open with the boys, though.
Okay.
So she never hid the fact that she had her period from them, which is something that I think not just our daughters, that
Mhm.
we should talk about the changes that our bodies are going through, but also educate your sons so they grow up to be men who understand their women or their partners, when they're going through this time. There's many men that we know. I know them, some of them, ew, they get like kids when you talk about periods.
Some.
It's like, boo, if your mom didn't have periods, she wouldn't have you. You wouldn't be here.
Right.
So periods make the world go round. And everybody should know about it. Everybody should be educated about it.
And not a lot of people do talk about it. I mean, it's so. I
Taboo.
mean, I'm 52 and I still go to the store. Can you put that in a brown bag, please? Like, I don't want anybody to know that I have. It's like, duh.
It's
Everyone
so
knows it.
funny. It's so funny that you say that, but just to put it into perspective,
Mhm.
when you go to the supermarket and you look around, half those people you see are having periods. Literally.
Even
And
walking
nobody's
down
talking
the
about it.
aisle, it's like, oh man, there's two people there.
Our mothers, our sisters, our
Mhm.
aunties, our grandmas, everybody's having periods, but we don't talk about it.
Why
So
do
it's
you think that is? Like that, even to this day, we still ask, and even the cashiers, they're like, "Oh, I'll put it in a, like if it's a clear plastic bag, they double it up."
like, I'll take my period products to go.
Let me get
Just
my
like
cup.
that.
Let me get my cup from Bamblish. How about that? Just give me the cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So,
I think it just comes from just non-education over
yeah,
the centuries and centuries of just how women were treated on their period. Back in the old days, women were just unclean. Like, they were just considered unclean on their period. So it just passed down and translated across different cultures, across different eras of time. Women were considered insane when they were on their period because of
right,
PMS.
right,
So it's something that I love what's happening now because the movement is starting. You can see the period products. They are flooding your timeline. They are, the education about these products, and Kotex and Always and all these brands are having to pull their products off of the shelf and fix it because we're using their products. They're making money off of us and we're getting sick. And it
yeah,
can't be like that anymore.
and the environment too. You had mentioned
Oh,
how this helps the environment.
it is environmentally friendly. Why? Because think about this. It takes 800 years for a pad to break down in a landfill. Put that into perspective. The first pad was invented not too long ago. That means that the first pad that was invented and worn and bled in is
More.
still somewhere sitting in a landfill trying to break down. Trying to break down. What is that doing for our environment? No good. Everybody's trying to make efforts. We got the reusable bags. We've got the water bottles now. Everybody's switching to glass bottles and like reusable water bottles. We're trying to make our footprint a little bit smaller. But the one area that we haven't thought about is the waste that you produce every single month.
Right.
Every single month we make this waste. We throw it in the garbage and we don't think about it.
And we have more women than men, they say. So could you
That's
imagine?
what they say. So
I mean, that's what they say, but
how much garbage are we making? And they're sitting in a landfill trying to break down to this day. Every single pad that you have ever bled in since you were 10 is sitting in a landfill still. And they will outlive you trying to break down. It's crazy.
and I was
It's,
trying to do the calculation to see how much money I would have saved had we
so
had the cup from.
on average, menstruators, we spend about $20, let's say $20 every month on our cycle. Let's say 20, because they are very calculated with how much they put in those packages. They know. They know how much we need.
I know.
So about 20, say $20 you spend every let's see, every month. And you have your period over a span of 40 years. That comes out to be somewhere along the lines of like $18,000. So I ask you, what is it that you can do with $18,000? And do you have daughters? So add another 18.
That's
Add another 18,000 to that because you
down
have a
payment for
daughter.
something. That's a college tuition money.
That is so many things. That is a house. That is a car.
Opening up a new
That
business.
is business. What could you do with that money over a span of a lifetime? So much. So it definitely, I'm not saying to switch your whole products. I'm not saying to change your whole life. But
Right.
if you just switch out, like for example, I have one customer, she says, I strictly use the underwears for my nighttime. I put them on when I have my period, I sleep on them. I said, you're already significantly helping because you're not using the pads overnight. You're using the underwears. You're only using them during the day. You're already saving money.
Right.
So even if you just, switch out one product, one day, you've already done so much for your body, for the environment, and for your wallet. Okay. The wallet.
I know we have a couple of comments. I don't know if anyone who's on YouTube, because the majority of the listeners are from YouTube. For those,
Hey,
yeah,
YouTube.
there's some on Facebook, but I don't see them. But we do have some comments from Stereo. So let me just bear
Sure.
with me.
Yeah, no, I love them.
I feel uncomfortable. I want to say that salty coffee dope, so I'm gonna come show you some love without going to walk out the back up to the classroom.
I can't hear. Tell me what he said.
Shout out to the ladies in the room. What up, though?
Aw.
This is Mr. Manosphere.
Hey, Manosphere.
We also know him as TBS on Stereo, and he just basically said, "Oh, I feel uncomfortable." Well, he
You
has
got
daughters,
Oh,
so please make sure you listen carefully and learn something.
yes, Manosphere. You have daughters. Your
Yeah.
daughters might want to
So
talk to you about this.
exactly. So we have Sloan.
Musty coffee. Okay. Bamblish. Okay. So I've been looking for some period panties.
Yes.
I'm so super excited, girl. Yes. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody in the room. Hey, Sister Crystal. Hey, you all.
She's a character. I love it.
No, she's beautiful.
Oh.
But that's our family on Stereo.
Oh.
And there's another young man who I don't know, but let's see, Chris.
Hey, Salty Coffee. I'm doing good. I like what you're doing here. For some reason, the women of menopause come to mind,
Okay.
and like getting their testimonies on like how what they would have wanted as part of their period journeys. That sounds like a good idea. And some way or another. But I love what you're doing, making your own market here, doing your own thing. Um, yeah, man, and I guess there's so many angles you can approach uh, saving women from the trials and tribulations of having periods.
Yes.
Making sure that they're comfortable while they have it. Um, helping mothers when they re-enter the stage of period after having a baby. Um, and, having that slow transition into menopause. So, kudos to you.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Yeah. So Sister Crystal is on stereo and
Hey,
Sloan. Thank you for
Crystal.
standing by. So a little bit more about what you like. I just think you're just amazing.
No.
And I think you're gonna do greater than you are doing now. And if anyone has any questions, oh, okay, Lulu has a question. Would the cup be okay to use when you're sleeping?
Yes, I recommend it. I recommend to use the cup anytime. Um, it's very, very safe. When you insert it, you have to understand like your flow is just going into it. You can even do cartwheels. You have gymnasts that use the cup. When you flip, the blood is not flowing backwards because of the suction. It stays in the cup. So definitely you can use the cup when you are sleeping. B said, I sleep in mine.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
me too. Me too. I prefer it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you recommend sleeping with the cup and the panty? Like, is that
So
something?
I do that too.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Just because sometimes I don't want to care about whether I created a suction or not.
Oh, okay.
So I just put it in sometimes, and sometimes just wear the underwear just as a backup, just to have that extra protection. But it's not necessary. Um, if you want to do that, you can. I do suggest though letting yourself breathe right at night with the underwears. Just let
Okay.
it breathe. Sometimes you don't have to always be plugged up.
I think that's a great recommendation because that's what I did the first night.
Yeah.
Because I still was like nervous, like, oh my god, ay Dios mío. But
Ah!
yeah, I was like, oh god, what's gonna happen here?
You're shaking, right? Like that little boy, like.
But I didn't have to put towels. I didn't have to put,
Yeah.
because
No.
you still have leaks when you sleep with your
Yeah.
pads and the overnight pads. Like, come on now. So I do like that the panty goes all the way to the back.
Yes, honey. The
Top.
gusset goes all the way to your tailbone, so you are protected.
You're protected where you should be protected.
Exactly.
Overnight pads doesn't do that. So
No, they don't.
I actually slept comfortable. I actually slept a whole 8 hours. So you're absolutely right. Like,
I'm so glad. I'm
yeah,
so glad.
no, I'm so glad that we met through Visionary 126.
We love her. I love you.
Six. And so yeah, so this is what it's all about, sharing the information, sharing people, sharing their business. We still hi Crystal. I'm Crystal and Icon, the icon.
Hi, Icon.
Icon is my other host. And so like aside from making them, do you feel like you need to improve more? Like,
Yes.
okay, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I have so many different ideas for these
Okay.
underwear.
Okay.
People have been asking me for thongs. I mean, how do you feel about thongs on your period?
I don't wear thongs. I've never had. I just think anything stringy up my butt crack is just not.
Feels like dental floss. Yeah, I'm not a thong
It's just
wearer.
weird. It's just
But
weird.
my customers have been asking me for thongs, so they want thongs, and
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
give them what they want. If that's what they want, that's what they want.
So aside from the cup, like, how does that work? Like,
So I don't know how they're gonna make it work, but maybe for light days, I'm
oh, okay,
expecting,
I see.
or just for your normal thing. Like sometimes as women, we just have things that just want to come out.
I do think I do feel like I think that the material of your panties are so good
Good.
that we can't find panties this good. So
Yeah, I'm
maybe
so
that's what
glad.
it is. Maybe people also want
They just want to wear it for
underwear.
like some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with the thong, like obviously like women, as women we have when we're not on our flow, actually we're always on our cycle.
Yeah.
Our cycle is from day one to day one of the other cycle, the new cycle. So we constantly have different things that are coming, even sometimes we have a little wetness down there just randomly. So the
Yeah.
period underwears can also help with that. And that's why some women choose to wear it every day. So I can imagine the thongs will be like that. I will be coming out with bathing suits that also take care of the leak. So you can be in the Caribbean Sea
Which
with
is
your
where I'm
period
going
if you
soon.
want it. That will be coming probably for the
So
summertime.
now you don't have to do your itinerary based on your period.
You can just go
You can
because
just go
your period always wants to come on vacation with
on
you.
vacation. I know. That's what I'm
She's like,
saying.
"Oh, we going on vacation? No, I'm going to vacation. You stay here."
All right, we have one more message on stereo.
Awesome.
What's going on, Salty Coffee, as well as Robin? I go by Aunt Chris on this platform for the listeners. Wanted to come through and support y'all. I just noticed I had a notification that y'all was live and I had to come through. I am listening in, and shout out to your business going on successfully. And hello to everybody in the audience.
Oh,
Thank you,
Crystal.
Crystal. We miss you.
I
We're
sure
still
do.
waiting for a little meeting of the networking. But Robin,
Yes.
any message you have for us women in general, just give us that message now. Let me see if there's any more questions. I don't
Yeah.
think there's any more questions. Let me go to, oh, we have one more comment
Sure.
before.
So, Robin, I have a question. Now, you were speaking about the panties. In this case, I will call them grandma panties, but they're a little stylish, and thongs for the ladies. What about boy shorts?
She has
Coming
them.
out with
So I definitely know that. So in my brand, I've come to learn that not all menstruators, and I'm going to call them menstruators and not women. Some people get very upset at that.
Mhm.
They don't consider themselves women, or they just tomboys. So I definitely appeal to them. That's why I have Morgan. Morgan is our boy shorts. I'm coming out with another boy shorts, which is more like a boxer style. And that one's going to be a cute name as well.
Oh,
So
I,
yeah,
I
the
think,
names are very meaningful.
yeah, Crystal is not on YouTube, so she can't see what we're
She cannot
showing.
see, yeah.
Yeah, so we're
Morgan.
showing it on YouTube, Crystal.
Morgan is our
But,
boy shorts, and look out for the boxer short coming out
yeah,
very soon because I have a lot of ladies and a lot of women that they just don't like panties. Like they want to wear boxers and they want to
yeah.
be comfortable and we got you. We got
I
you.
like the boy shorts. I really do.
I love them. I
Um,
love
and I
them.
wouldn't say granny panties.
They're not granny. They're really cute,
We got big butts, and we just cannot
and
lie.
we cannot lie.
So yes, so go ahead, leave us your last
So
message. Hmm.
the message that I would, have for people who have periods is just take care of yourself. Every month we have to have this thing. So instead of approaching it with like a negative mindset, like, oh my gosh, my period's coming. No, like use it as a way to take care of yourself. Take that week for self care. Give yourself a facial, take a nice bath, like light some candles for yourself. If you drink wine, drink a glass of wine, like whatever it is that you need to do to pamper yourself during that week. That's like I feel like that's a week of rest for us. So just take care of yourself. That's my message. We don't take care of ourselves enough. Use that week as something to do that.
So aside from your website, is there anything else that you would like to share? Like aside from Bamblish, is there anything else that you're doing that?
So you can follow me on pretty much all social media at Bamblish. On Instagram, we're Bamblish Co. So you can follow me there. If you want to follow the behind the scenes on YouTube, you can follow me at Robin101.
Okay.
And that is going to be like pretty much where you just get to know me as a person. You see the behind the scenes of how I run the business. When I get shipments, I like to open up my packages so you can
Nice.
see like all the new stuff. So you can follow me on Robin101. It's
On
run
YouTube, you said, right?
yeah, YouTube, it's Robin101. You can follow me. That YouTube has its own Instagram. It's Robin101. So yeah, get to know me. If you reach out to me, I'm a real person. I like to talk to you. I'm very down to earth. You can
You
tell me any.
are.
I know a lot about my customers. They be telling me a little too much, okay? But if I can help, I can
That's
help. And
good. That's
I'm in
good.
touch with many like naturopathic doctors. So when I don't know the answer to a question, I reach out to one of my good friends. She's a doctor, and she'll tell me what to tell, or I'll recommend them go talk to her. So
So Crystal has another question. So you can wear these one time and just have to purchase? No.
no. So
She missed the whole first hour.
oh, you missed it, Crystal. Okay. So what I recommend for you is if you're new to period underwear, buy one. Try them overnight, see how you like them. Then if you have two underwears, you're good. You don't need no more unless you want more. Two, one to wear and one to wash. If you want more, because we like our underwear, so why not?
They're not disposable panties.
They're not disposable. They are, you
Reuse.
wear them, you
You
have your
wash them.
period, and you wash them, and you wear them. You just like your regular underwears, they will last. They're not one-time use. They are multiple, multiple, multiple uses, and they will last you years to come.
Yeah. And they save the environment, and it's
They
pretty
save
much
your wallet.
so your wallet, definitely your wallet. And we know Crystal loves her wallet, so wherever she can save
Who
money.
doesn't?
Some people are like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to. Some people are like that.
Yeah,
So this is
it's true.
amazing. It's like,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
It's investing in your body. It's investing
Yeah.
in the environment. It's investing just in you. It's treating yourself.
So
So
your recommendation is on point. We all do need to take time for ourselves. So I'm hoping that you know how to balance, because you're obviously doing a great job. You look fabulous. You
oh my
look
Lord.
wonderful.
Thank you.
You're making it look very easy. So hopefully, you do have the support that you need. And if you ever have any questions, or if you need anything from Salty Coffee, always feel free to reach out to me. I'm always traveling, but
Always.
I will respond to your messages. So all right. Here's another question. How would I define my size with the size chart?
That is a good question. We didn't go over the size
Okay,
chart.
good. Let's go over that.
So when you get the underwear, Wanda, I don't know if you realize that the sizes
3X.
in the huh?
I asked for extra large, and when I saw the size on mine, it said 3X.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, baby
So
got back.
basically, that's something I'll be working with.
That's
I
fine.
have converted the sizes to
Okay.
US pant size. So whatever you wear in pant size, I have measured them. I've done all the hard work. When you get them, they're going to say a totally different size, but I have measured them on the back end until I fix that issue with my supplier.
Okay.
They run very small, honestly. So I would go by your pant size. So if you wear a pant size 4, she said that part. If you wear pant size 4, then you get the 4 to 6. If your pants that you wear are size 13 or 14, then you get the 14. Just get as close to your pant size as you can. And I have already done the hard work behind the scenes to get you the size that you need. As long as you get your pant size right, you will get the right size.
I'm telling you, I have not even seen panties that fit me like these fit me. And I'm not just saying that because it's you. I'm just saying, like,
No, I know you would tell the truth.
You know me, Robin. So she says, oh, where am I? Why is my okay?
Yeah. So Crystal,
I wear
okay, so men 34. I haven't done the men's sizes, but I can find that out for you, Crystal. And actually I love that because I think I'm going to put that as well on the size chart. Thank you for letting me know that.
okay.
I didn't even think about that, but that's how I get my ideas. It's through the people who I interact with.
Okay. So we have Sister Crystal on stereo.
My goodness, yeah, I'm so happy I was able to find this podcast. Hey, Salty Coffee, and everyone who listens. This is the Crystal over here on stereo. You know what? All seriousness, all joking aside, I'm so happy to hear about this. Definitely have to listen to the replay. I don't know. This is like it's time. It's like the we've been having shortages on the women's feminine products and all that stuff. So I'm happy to hear something that can be reusable. I'm a woman of a certain age, but our flow still visits. So I'm happy that these products are
Yeah.
out. I definitely want to check them out. So thank you. And hey, Sloan and Dr. Diamond P and who else? I don't see. Oh man, I can't see. I'm gonna mess up when I start calling people out. But yeah, hey.
Thank you, Sister Crystal. Yeah, I mean, for us who are in our, I'm 50. It's a transition that's very hard to like
Maneuver through.
yeah, switch your mind. One more from Crystal.
So the question I have is, I just messaged this on YouTube chat. Based on my size, I wear 32 and 34 now, unfortunately. And females, I don't know what I wear anymore. I used to be like a
6'7".
6'7". I'm already like a 7'8", but
7'8". I would tell her to go for the 8.
She's I think she's on YouTube also.
Crystal, I think you should go for the 8 to 10, but I want to confirm because I'm not sure about men's sizes, but I'm definitely gonna measure it out. I want to go on and see what is a men's size measure so that I can convert it and also put that sizing chart on, because I do have a lot of customers that they prefer men underwear. So I gotta put that, a lot next to the small, medium, large, and the measurements as well.
Hey everybody, hey, I don't know my thing messed up or whatever, it went blank on me, but I'm so excited about the period panties too. Oh my goodness, gotta stock up. And hey everybody, sorry if I missed anybody, wouldn't let me scroll all the way down.
We have Visionary 126.
Oh, Visionary!
Hey, Salty Coffee. Hey, Robin. Shout out to Bamblish.
Shout out.
My Bamblish underwear. When it's that time of the month, first of all, I don't feel sexy at all. But since I have my Bamblish underwear, they're so comfortable. They make me feel sexy. They look sexy.
They do.
And they're supportive and protective, and like they're literally like my favorite underwear to wear when it's that time of month. Shout out to you, Robin, for bringing this to the table. And I have Hannah. I think I have 3 pairs.
Sarah.
I ordered Hannah 3 times. So Hannah's my favorite. Check out Hannah. Hannah is like the bomb. So
Hannah's number 1.
Have more of that in stock. Shout out to you, Robin.
Oh, Monica, I love you.
I know. I think Hannah is all about the
mesh.
The mesh.
Yeah.
Those
are the ones that I told you that the husbands, they come into the DM and they're like, listen, I need to buy more for my wife of these. So Hannah is actually number 1. It's our number 1 seller when people come to the site. That it more than likely that's the one that they're buying in all the colors, whether it's leopard, the black, or the rose. And there's a story behind Hannah, why I chose certain names.
Yeah, tell us, Hannah. Who's Hannah?
Well, Hannah, I don't know if you read the Bible or anything like that, or you're like religious, but you don't have to be religious. It's a beautiful story. Hannah was the woman in the Bible that she prayed for a son. She was barren, and she wasn't able to have children. So she said, like, God, if you let me have a son, I will dedicate him to you. So she ended up having a son, and then she did as she said. So I prayed for a business. I didn't know what business I would have. I'm talking about years and years ago. I've always prayed to have something of my own, a business, because like I said, I had the entrepreneurial spirit. I just didn't know what I wanted to sell. And I tried many different things, but nothing worked. Nothing stuck with me. Nothing had my passion. And then this came. Bamblish was born, and Hannah, out of all the underwears, she is the bestseller. Why? That's why I really feel like truly God is with me when it comes to this brand. And I'm so thankful. I'm thankful every time I hear somebody like Monica saying that she still loves her underwear. She bought underwear for me 2 years ago when I first launched. And to hear that she's still enjoying them, like
And
it
she didn't
literally, I
share
could cry. I could literally cry.
it. She didn't share it because I didn't know. I didn't know about it.
You
I
didn't know she bought. She was one of my first customers,
Yeah,
actually.
no,
She
I
bought
didn't know about
Sarah,
Bamblish
Hannah.
until we did a little meeting. So
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
awesome though, and Sarah, I love Sarah too. Sarah
yeah.
for those, those nights.
Yeah.
So you have a what is it? What's it called? Where is it? The
Is
bundle.
it the yeah, the bundle box, where you can get three, and they're significantly discounted when you buy three.
Here.
You can go to, yeah, there you go. So you can go to any one of those underwears to start off the bundle and scroll down to the bottom, and then it will start building the bundle. Those are the three that the bundles come in. I'm still working on trying to get other underwears in the bundle. Like a lot of people have been asking for Morgan in a bundle.
Right.
So I'm going to try to work on that.
Or
But
the
yeah,
same three. Because I just wanted all the same three black ones, the Hannahs.
yeah, you wanted the same Hannah. Yeah. So, or the same, exactly. So make the bundle, I want to make the bundle a little bit more customizable.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Any more questions on stereo?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I definitely want to tell everyone who's in here to definitely follow the brand, because we're about to undergo such a dramatic change. Styles are still going to be the same, but like the colors, the logos, the feeling of the brand is going to change a little bit. I'm really excited for it. So I hope you
Should
guys
we have
follow
some
my
purple
journey.
and gold for the salty
Maybe.
coffee?
And maybe you'll see a Wanda underwear. I don't know.
Ooh, big booty.
I have to name them after my customers because my customers are the best.
Definite. Okay, one more from Crystal.
See, Caramello, aka Visionary 126, she shared her period panties with me multiple times. She was telling me about them, but I was like, I looked on the website. I'm gonna be honest with you, Robin. I was like, you don't have anything for me because I don't wear them type of, panties and thongs or whatever. But now that I see that you updated, relaunch and everything like that, I see something that may be for me. And so I appreciate you actually, exploring more options for your audience. Because like you said, there are females that are tomboys.
Yeah.
So once
I had to
learn your audience, you can provide more for them and, seek out more people who will be interested in your product or service from there.
Absolutely.
Word of mouth is great advertisement. So shout out to you, Robin, and I look forward to you here hitting me back in the back end. Take care.
Thank you, Crystal.
Oh, Crystal.
Yeah.
I
Go
love
ahead.
that she brought to my attention about the men's size. I love that.
I know.
Didn't even think about it.
Remember
I
our
love
talk? You're like, wait.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
All right.
only when you talk with people that things just come out and you're like, wow, I never thought about that at
Right.
all.
At all.
Hmm.
Dr. Diamond P is from Stereo App. She has a comment.
Is that doctor?
Coffee. Yes, I do have a question about that cram oil.
Okay.
What kind of ingredients are in there that could possibly irritate sensitive skin? because I just read it. It said something about test the oil first. So I
Yes,
just wanted to know what was in it.
absolutely. So, basically, you should always, always, always test whatever it is that you're putting on your skin. So that's why I always like, let everyone know, test, do a test patch because you may have sensitive skin. Essential oils in itself, once it's put on your skin, it can cause irritation. Um, I love her comment. So basically, essential oils that are in it, some of the oils are clary sage, which is really good for period pain, lavender, which is good for relaxation, and all of the ingredients, if you read, it says there, actually, I can see it. It says ingredients right there. So all of the ingredients are listed. I do not put anything else that's in there that is not on that list because I want to be totally transparent with everyone. This is what's in it. If you are allergic to any of these any of these list of ingredients, please don't buy it. And two, if you have sensitive skin, probably essential oils just in general are not for you because essential oils, they can be an irritant for skin because they're so potent, you know? So I answered your question, hopefully.
What would you recommend for cramps?
So for cramps for people with sensitive skin, maybe look into a balm, which is not something that I have yet, but again, there's many things that are coming out during this interview. But a balm because it's like less concentrated essential oils that you're putting on your skin.
Okay.
So, and there's so many people with sensitive skins. So,
All right, we're about to wrap it up. So if you have any questions, please.
yeah. I hope I answered her question.
Yeah. So how are you feeling? What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, I don't do much on my weekend. I'm very involved in church. So Saturdays, I'm at church all day, serving and taking care of people and Bible studying and cooking food and all that stuff. So just making sure everybody feels good. I like to serve, so I think that translates well into my business. In the 2 years that I've had business, I'm proud to say that I've had one return. And it was only because the size was not available for an exchange. She wanted it. She was like, listen, she was like, when you get it, you send me an email. So I'm so proud of this brand and what it has become and what it's getting ready to become even more.
So what are the sizes? What's the largest? What's the smallest?
So the largest that I go up to is Morgan. Morgan goes up to a size 24.
Okay.
I believe 24. Size 24. I was hit up by a lady on my, because down at the bottom of the screen on my website, you can chat directly with me. It also comes to my phone when you hit that chat button at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
She texted me. She goes, she goes, big girls want to look sexy on their period too. I said, as they should. I said, check out Morgan.
Yeah, so it says 26.
There you go, 26. 26.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, we go up. I want to eventually start carrying all the sizes in all the styles. That I haven't gotten to yet. Most of the styles, honestly, they go up to size 16 or 18. Morgan's one of the only ones, and Lula also goes up there as well. So I do have a few that do go up high. I'm working on getting all of the size. Some of these styles are going to be discontinued. Jane will be discontinued. Lady will be discontinued because I'm making room for new styles that will, go faster.
Definitely keep Hannah.
Yeah.
I love Hannah.
Everybody loves Hannah.
Yeah. Yari too.
Yeah.
This one looks beautiful.
Yari has a little lace around the leg holes.
Yeah.
So that's what makes her a little different than the other ones. Very cute. Very pretty.
If you ever need a model, a real one.
Yeah. At the bottom of the card, it says, "Send me your pictures."
Okay.
I ask you for permission. I stamp them with my
Okay.
name in, like, obviously watermark them so nobody could steal them. And I use
Awesome.
them not so much on my website, but on the Instagram. You
Okay.
don't have to show your face. You don't have nothing. Just it
Awesome.
shows how a real woman looks, a real person. Because these models,
I
listen,
know.
they're beautiful, but
Yeah.
I don't even look like that. So
But the
that's
panties,
another. Mm,
yeah, the panties do look the way you have them shown
they look
on your website. Yeah.
beautiful on all body types. And I just love the pictures that I get. You can go on my Instagram to see real women in these. The customers, they ain't shy. They will send me the picture. I'm like, girl, they ain't shy. Like, so
That's good. That's good.
yeah, definitely.
Robin, anyone else on
Thank you,
stereo,
Lulu.
if you have a question, please feel free to reach out to Robin on bamblish.com.
Definitely.
You can see the replay on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and on our website, www.saltycoffeepodcast.com. Um, my booty ain't cute enough for the pics. All
She's got
right.
a really good booty.
Uh, and Lulu. I
Thank
just
you,
love the
Lulu.
energy. Thank you, Bamblish and Salty Coffee.
I'm sending you a heart,
All
Lulu.
size matters.
Yes, you're
Awesome.
right. You're
Yep.
absolutely right.
All right, Robin. Well, you have a great night. Thank you, everyone on stereo who stopped by. Please feel free to come back on the replay. Thank you for those on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. For those on Facebook, I don't know why I don't get the messages on here on the StreamYard, but thank you for stopping by. And please share the link, bamblish.com. Please share this interview so that people are aware and they can share with their friends. Just to support Bamblish. We have to
Yeah,
support each other, and we have to continue to have these conversations where it's safe and we don't have, other people interrupting the whole energy, like Lulu says, because we do need to talk more about this, especially for those who are older. I mean, the young girls, like, they know everything, um, but then again,
funny.
they may not. So you can save money, you can save the environment, and this is a great product. And thank you, Robin, so much for sharing it with all of us and your ideas. And I just cannot wait until I see more like purple and gold, and I'm going to the bathing suit. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, I'm I don't even know it by then, but I do have to say that even if I go through my menopause and it's done, I can still buy these. Like, this is, I think, what people
Absolutely.
were saying, that can you just not put the the period thing, because these panties are very comfortable. They
Yeah.
are. Hmm.
Absolutely. During menopause, they're okay because you go through other things during menopause that you might need them still.
You might need them because
Yeah.
you don't know. You can have it one day and not have it for 10, or have it for 40
Mhm.
days and not have it for 2. So yeah, so the transition of menopause is very important, and these would be awesome and great for those occasions.
I just want to say to all my friends that are watching, thank you so much for coming. Please follow Wanda. She's amazing, amazing. Please subscribe to Salty Coffee Podcast. She has amazing stuff. Like I'm telling you. So thank you. Hey,
Thank you
Andrea.
so much, Robin, for that. And thank you for bringing your friends and sharing with your friends. So you do know that we are all over the world. So we are in Argentina, Ecuador, Ireland, Canada, Italy, Puerto Rico, Finland, United
Wow.
Kingdom, Australia, the Netherlands, Dominican Republic, Nigeria, Belgium, Ghana, South Africa, Iran, Jamaica, Japan, Mexico, Colombia, and Spain. So hopefully, just because you don't see the activity here, I want you to know that other countries do listen to Salty Coffee. So hopefully we can reach out to more people in other countries so that, make sure your stuff is,
Definitely. And I've
out
sold to all over the world. So come on.
there. So thank you again for saying yes to Salty Coffee, and we will continue to support you as much as we can. And I'm always gonna remember the Hannah story. I'm always gonna remember how tiny you are. I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's so little.
We're little, but we're mighty.
I know, little
We're
people
mighty.
with big dreams. That's what I'm saying. And finally, I have a company that's full for women, empower women in every way,
Love
and
it.
for the men to just come in and support us as much as they can.
Yeah.
Thank you, and you have a great night. And I'm leaving to Dominican Republic on Friday.
Take me with you.
I will try, but I don't think you fit in the luggage. Although you may, because you're tiny.
Man.
All right. So any last comments or anything, please leave it now. But we are closing this episode with the lovely Robin, CEO of Bamblish. Thank you for all her friends who stopped by. Bye. She's amazing, isn't she? So I just want to share with you guys again a couple of other things. Thank you again. Please make sure you come back on the replay. I will have all of the information on the description for each platform, which is Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and the website, Salty Coffee. Her company is on our website at the bottom, just in case you forget. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. And for those of you on stereo, I will be. Oh, I am sorry. Can stereo people hear me? Anyway,
all of us, and this is just my opinion of when I say all of us, those that come up under the master's hand, meaning we become dependent on a system that has been formulated. I said, damn, man, we've been domesticated. It's hardly ever a time where we want to go out, right, and utilize the natural earth that was put here for us to serve us, right, and go into it and take what we need.
Lunes, Ricky Baker, próximo destino, la galaxia. Le gusta el roce, le gusta tanto. Está puesta pa' bellaquear. Hablando de eso, ya se lo canto. Yo sé que quieres más y yo no sé, pero tu actitud me pone a soñar. Me pide más y más hasta que haga calor. Ella quiere jugar al ritmo esta canción. Al ritmo. Se le ve la timidez, engañoso si la ves.
Hey ladies, how y'all doing out there? I got something I want to say. So come on and pull up a chair and let's talk about these sorry men. Cause 95% of them all talk and no action. I had a guy that was chasing me down talking about what all he could do. So I took him up on his offer, y'all. Yeah, he wined and dined. And after that, he took me back to the room. But ladies, don't let these men fool y'all. Making like they Superman and really be the Joker. They be talking all that noise, but they really can't back it up. Soon as I get ready to go, he don't already had enough. So stay out of my inbox, talking about what you can do. Cause just like a man got needs, us women, we do too. Bragging out your shoe size, all the time he's telling me lies. Don't blame it on me, baby, but I hurt your pride. Cause I'm a real woman, it's as real can be. And I need a real good man